Pizza Guy AdventurEZ, Erpisode 20. Insert air horn sounds because I don't have those. So we are on a pretty, it's warmer in my car than it really is outside. But it's a cool episode 20 here we're sitting on right now. There we go. That'll be my sirens right there. That fire alarm, that'll be my siren for me. But here we are. We're doing this, doing the Friday 11:30 to 5. I thought it was 11, but I knew it was something. It was some time that kept me getting up from sleeping well, because as you all know at this point, I'm not the morning person, and 11 is the morning for me. It's morning till 1 p.m. for me, so I don't even care. Like, I didn't go to sleep till like 3. Had a great shift last night, diving into what promises to be a good shift today because I said so. And that's what you got to do, is just make the best of it. I want to thank all my new subscribers for joining me. If you're new to the program, it's AdventurEZ. I got the idea from my buddy Rudy at World 101 Games. Told me I should just film myself delivering pizzas throughout the day. And the one thing I don't do is bring the camera with me on the porch to places I go. I go to, like, if it's a delivery in a store, I'll bring it there, but I stop it there. I don't bring my camera to places I don't need to be bringing it, or places that would cause any kind of risk for people being like, hey, that was violating. So I do it in a very all about me method, even though it sounds selfish. When you make it all about you, you can't get in trouble. But I pretty much let you in on different things pizza delivery guys may or may not go through in the day, at least what I go through, and the random thoughts I have. I listen to a lot of talk radio as it pertains to sports, because it usually ends up parlaying into other entertainment things. I keep it very non-political, like, if you're looking to hear me talk about like abortion or religion or politics, you're listening to the wrong guy. Those aren't the things I talk about. People would rather hear you talk about popping a pimple on your leg, or like, people would rather hear about you throwing up in the morning than hear you talk about politics, religion, and abortion and things like that. So this will not be the platform for that. But as far as the platform for random challenges for me to try when I'm not in the car, I got other videos besides this. I got videos where I review like newer food products and stuff. I'm trying to parlay this into being able to do some kind of chatting panel where I get some friends together and talk about different fun, cool, random things. So doing that. Anyway, welcome to the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to do what I can to make this as entertaining as possible within the guidelines of me not getting fired doing it, as I always do. Here we go. Delivery 1 to a business. Now, right now it's summer vacation, so it's really fun delivering places where people have their kids home, and all parents are on the same level of, we're like, oh man, it's a 2.5, I think they get 2.5 months here. They don't get a full 3. But we're like, that's 2.5 months too long for vacation, because kids get super bored. And I don't like to quote I don't like to quote a lot of shows, because I want it to be original material. But if I see or hear something that's valid, I'll mention it. That the show on True TV, I watch a lot of True TV with Shalane. Adam ruins everything. He hints on the fact that summer vacation makes kids, well, for lack of words, makes kids dumber, which I don't like to say dumber, but it takes away from them. And it's hard for me not to buy into that. I didn't even see the whole episode. I just kind of heard it was something that was mentioned on there, and it makes a lot of sense, because you spend 2.5 months not practicing anything that you learned in school. There is a computer game called Prodigy that break the pressure. A game called Prodigy. It's like a mathematics game, math and geometry. It's really good for kids to play. It has a role-playing game aspect to it. It's kind of kind of like a Pokemon ripoff, but it's better than Pokemon because you actually learn something playing it. Totally worth checking out. That's a good game to kind of keep the kids' brains warm. And I know it's like, oh, we'll go do something with them, and they want to do something different every day, and it costs money to take the kids out places. And even if you say, oh, just take them to the park, just take them to... You can't walk everywhere, because if you have a kid and you've walked places with them, you know how much of a pain in the ass kids can be when you're walking with them places. And then I'm tired, and then you get where it is your destination, and they're already tired from the walk, so you can't do that. So, parents out there, I totally fathom with you. And another thing I was kind of doing is I listen to Jim Rome in the morning sometimes. I used to like him more, but I think he relies too much on his guests to carry the load for the show. Like, he's like, call in. Like, if I was to call in, he's not going to take my calls, because I'm not one of these crap talkers. Like, it's today's Friday, July 28th, 2017. This moment right now as we speak, the Smack Off just finished, which is Jim Rome's weekly or annual crap fest talking, where he lets all the jackasses that have called the show throughout the year call and talk crap about the other jackasses. And it's a big thing, and people use it as a platform, but it's all negative jibber jabber. And even though I've got negative and said negative things on my show here before, this one he just hands it over to the jackasses and lets them all just say the dumbest crap to each other. It's all people who I think some of them have like maybe wives and kids, but most of these are just dudes like living out of their parents' basement. And I'm like, if that's all you have time to do, it's supposed to be a sports show, and he doesn't waver from that often. But I'm like, you're trying to make it entertaining for one day by letting all these jackholes on there say a bunch of stupid crap, and it's really bad radio to me. Like, I listened to it once a couple, like 2 years ago, and I was like, you know what, he plugged that hell out of that thing. I'd rather listen to Dan Le Batard and what they're doing and hear those guys with like semi-intelligent banter and have it not be so, because these guys call each other and they don't even make it about sports. And not that it has to be about sports, but if you're gonna not talk about sports, be entertaining. Don't talk crap about other people that I also don't know. I'm like, I don't know any of these people calling, and I don't care about any of them. So, I hope Jim Rome sees this one day and he's like, what the hell? But like, he's gonna care. Like, he's balling. He don't care. There's other people like me who have the same opinions of the Smack Off. That's why I just do my own thing. But I'm just pointing out that there's something out there that exists. If you didn't know it, Jim Rome show, radio show. He's pretty cool, but over the years he's kind of worn on me, and I used to like him a lot more. Now I don't. Now I just do my own thing like I am here. Yeah. Hot Friday. Well, I'm coming back from a mistake I made. I forgot their Parmesan bread bites, but they were cool and it wasn't too far away, and the board has just enough deliveries to where everything's getting delivered. This bouncing from day shift to night shift stuff, it really throws me off. There's probably people who are better at it than I am. I'm not. Here comes the yawn. That should be, I'm going to make a t-shirt for this series. Pizza Guy AdventurEZ, here comes the yawn. And that's going to be, and that's no knock to it being a boring show or anything. That's a knock to it being that I just yawn all the time and that I'm exhausted from, I know the heat drags people out, just like the heat dragged LeBron out. Haha. But the heat, I get so tired and yawny, and I get yawny like that guy that sings that. That's his name, Yawny. I can't name any songs by him, but 3 yawns, lucky podcast. Good luck for you guys. That's gonna be, let's start a new superstition. If Ezra yawns 3 times in his podcast or in his video or in something, it's lucky. I like to parlay this into a podcast. I don't know if work would pay me to do that. They should. I need to get the owner watching this thing back. Hey, like, because they can hire that tool from YouTube to be in the Domino's commercials who's never even worked at Domino's. They can hire me to do their commercials. I hardly believe that anybody I believe that the delivery drivers in the commercials are real drivers because they pick some like slightly overweight guy, because most of us are slightly overweight working over here. There's no attractive drivers. We're ugly. So the Domino's better not put good looking drivers in their commercials because we're all ugly over here. About to get on the freeway. It's 2 hours into the shift. Anytime I'm going to get on the freeway is when I feel like I live in a bigger city, because I'm around all these buses and all that crap. So I'm about to get ready to get on the freeway. Look at that. Oh. This is probably going to be a record number of yawns on this one, because I went to bed the time I usually go to bed last night, and because I hate getting up in the morning, I just hate having to wake up to any responsibility at all. I don't care. I'll say it. Like, that sounds terrible. But I'm just telling you how I am. I don't care. There's some of you that love getting up every day. This pizza guy, AdventurEZ stuff, helps me like this job. And I do like getting to cruise around and listen to music and stuff. But it's a tiring job. The part you get exhausted running back and forth, sitting down. You go from sitting, zoning out on the road to gotta run up to a door, and it's like spurts of energy, and so it makes me tired. Like, I get exhausted. So I'm doing my best. About to get on the freeway here, so I'm gonna cut this off here. But 2 hours into it, and I'm hanging in there. Whew, episode 20. Third hour into it. Nothing really too crazy going on. I gotta pee really bad, but since it's been orders non-stop, I haven't had a chance to go pee. You have to pick one if you're really thirsty or if you have to pee. They kind of work against each other, but this car is really... My car's not even black, it's like gold. But usually, because black cars draw in the most heat and white cars stay the lowest in temperature, but this car shouldn't get too hot, but because it's just sitting in the sun and I'm just sitting here rotting in the car with all the heat. I'm trying my best. It's not even that hot, really. Like, there's places in California that are much hotter right now. This thing makes me yawn. I'm gonna punch myself for yawning so much. I'm just over the yawning thing. I'm like, anyway, just checking in with y'all. If I think it's something kind of productive, I will. But giveaway to be announced Tuesday. Yeah. Look how people drive in this parking lot because they're not paying attention. Okay, she's going that way. Where are the cars parked? And people do that shit all the time. Just people not knowing what they're doing. Look, now they're gonna collide with her, right? Oh, look at her! Look what she's trying to do. Look at that. You know, I'm gonna go around just so you guys can really see the mistake she's making. Reverse, lar, anti, reverse. Like, she's bullshitting on her phone. Not paying attention. Look at that crap. People do that every day in this parking lot. I can sit here and be on my camera as Pizza Guy AdventurEZ, and I don't make that kind of mistake. I don't drive perfect, but that's definitely one of the things I avoid doing, is going in the wrong way. That's the only time it's okay to go in the wrong way is on your birthday. Last hour and a half of work didn't come quick enough. Here comes the yawning. I am ridiculously exhausted. You know what? I'm gonna throw it out there that I didn't shower before work today because I showered last night. I thought that would save me some time. That doesn't help me save time. It really, for what it's worth and what it's doing to me, you need to shower before work to wake your ass up. Like, I am just dead. I got a decent amount of sleep. Like I said, I didn't sleep that well because I don't like having to get up early. Yes, 11 a.m. is early when you go to bed at like 4:30 in the morning. So, I know people out there, like I said, I say it all the time, like, because I'm putting on some defense mechanism. I don't really care. There's a lot of things I want comments on. I'm not sure if I even care what other people's sleep habits are, because everybody requires different types of sleep, different amounts. Some people gotta sleep with a fan on, some don't. Some people sleep with it quiet. Some people like some music. Some people like just random noises. Some people like ASMR sleeping. Whatever. But I got a shower before work, and I did not only is it making me feel hotter than I normally would that I didn't shower, but I shower like two, sometimes 3 times a day. I'm like Maverick from Top Gun. I be sleeping all kinds. Like, sleeping? I know. I be showering all kinds. All kinds many be showering. I don't be sleeping that well. I never sleep well. I just... There it is again. This is gonna be a record number of yawns. I'm not gonna count it. Someone else do the counting for me and tell me how many times you counted me yawn through this. That should be one of my questions you have to know the answer to enter the giveaway. How many times did Ezra yawn in episode 20 from the Friday, July 28th episode? Let's do that. Let me know how many times I've yawned through this thing. I'll see if I get a couple more in before you're gonna know. Just talk about yawning. There was probably like 5 or 6 or 7 off camera too, so man, this is a record. Probably the energy drink doesn't help, because after it wears off, you develop an immunity. Being a former drug addict, I can tell you that developing a tolerance to energy drinks, it feels like the same thing. It feels like developing a tolerance to like painkillers or a tolerance to herbs. Because I don't have any tolerance to anything but energy drinks now. It's a new addiction. It's legal. There it goes. Damn. Rutabagas. Last delivery of the day. Well, it's a double, from at least from A, what I'm scheduled, and B, how many drivers there are, and C, how many deliveries there are on the board. This last delivery here, the person has requested that I spin a fidget spinner when I get there. So those of you who've been following my channel and have seen the non-pizza delivery related videos, even some of the pizza ones, know that I love me some fidget spinners. These things have single-handedly, well, double-handedly, between these and fidget cubes, saved my fingernails. I love to cook, and as part of cooking I handle a lot of garlic, but garlic was burning the hell out of my fingertips because I used to pick at my skin all the time, like just non-stop. So not just that, I think the people that they're designed for are people like me, because though I was never diagnosed at a young age, as I got older and had a psychologist diagnose me that I was somewhat have a level of anxiety and a level of ADHD to me. So these have been awesome. Show! One of my coworkers right there, good old Nick. Anyway, I'm about to go see what's up with this delivery right now. I'm gonna make him a subscriber. I'm gonna make you a subscriber to AdventurEZ. I'm gonna spin my way to that victory. Yeah. I should figure out how to do a double before I get there. Let me do a double. Waiting for a piece of that double. Well, apparently it was an outdated request that the customer left a few months ago. But he appreciated my candor and the way that I dove into it anyway, because I had this one spinning on the box, and this one wouldn't spin on the box. So this is spinning on the box and bag while I was holding that one. So he thought that was cool. Still got me a good tip out of it, so that was cool, I think. Again, I like saying the term appreciated my candor because it lets me use the word candor. That's like a $9 word right there. So that was a pretty cool little thing there to do there. That was fun. So Pizza Guy AdventurEZ, he humors you, he hears you, he sees you, and he will fulfill any odd requests that won't get me fired. I've been asked before to tell a joke, and I told one dirty joke and one clean joke to a customer. I'll have to remember what one of those are. I think I made like some joke about the Kardashians, and then I made like some cheesy ass like one-liner kid joke. So I was like, here you get a dirty joke and a clean joke, and he appreciated that. And a couple times I've had a request for somebody to draw a heart on the box for like date night pizzas and stuff, and I always do that. I carry a Sharpie around and I fulfill that request, because why not? Everybody gets a chance to be romantic, and if I can help someone have a little spark to their night / day with some Sharpie magic and a heart, then I'll do it. That's right. Pizza Guy Adventures, fulfilling and here aiming to please you. Here to please. Well, here we are at the end of Erpisode 20, my big 20th episode, 20th upload of Pizza Guy AdventurEZ. Good day overall. Kind of got confusing there using the register with, we're given different passwords to use depending on which till / which bank we use for our money. But I ended up coming out okay. I'm glad that I'm off right now because my head hurts. My head is just starting to hurt, and I'm thinking I don't really want to, but I'm probably gonna go get stuck going to the bank now to drop my check off. But thank you guys all again for subscribing and tuning into these, for watching these, giving me a reason to keep entertaining you and having a creative outlet. Pretty soon here I'm going to be finding a way to, an appropriate way for me to put my own music into these videos. Because the one thing I'm not getting to do is put my own music on my own YouTube. There's some footage of me playing guitar here and there, a couple guitar licks here and there, but for the most part I'm not getting to play much. Really glad that I'm off right now because the sun's beating down on me, and I'm just, like I said, it's not that hot, but it's hot in my car, and direct sunlight gets hot no matter what. I'm just I'm soups out of it, and I'm glad to be off. So thank you guys for tuning in. The giveaway is to be announced on Tuesday. I'm going to announce it 2 ways. Actually, what I should say is, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, Facebook. I'm on Twitter at Ezra Paco. I use it very little because most of my stuff is linked to post to my Instagram or Facebook, depending on what I post. So make sure you're following me on. There needs to be Yawn book or like Yawn chat or something where people just. There probably is a forum of people who yawn all the time. I don't need to look into it, but follow me everywhere you can. Like internet stalk me. I don't even care because I'm sure I'll care, but I'll let you know when it does bother me. But in the meantime, stay up with me because I'm gonna be putting myself on social media even more. There goes Benji. I'm gonna yawn it out here. I'm yawning out. Thank you guys. Oh, good God. I'm gonna go take a nap, I think. I'm gonna go take a power nap. According to the internet, a power nap is 30 minutes or less, so I'm going to go to sleep for less than 30 minutes to recharge my batteries. Thank you guys again. Until next time, deuces and trays.